All right, welcome, brave survivor. If you've made it this far, you're officially in the right place. This is your essential guide for the day after the company's big year-end banquet. You know, if the ghost of last night's karaoke is still ringing in your ears and your stomach feels like it's in the middle of a civil war, well, we're here to help. Let's get you back on your feet.
Let's be real. Right now, you're probably feeling less like a top-tier professional and more like a walking biohazard. Your head's pounding, your face is puffy, and just the thought of opening an Excel sheet makes you want to crawl under your desk and hibernate. Trust me, this guide is going to be your lifeline back to civilization.
So, that's our mission for today, should you choose to accept it. We're about to go on a full 24-hour reconstruction journey. We're going to tackle the physical, the social, and the psychological damage. The goal? To turn you from that walking wreck back into the sharp, professional superstar that everyone knows you are.
Okay, first things first. Our initial battle is with your own body. Last night's banquet was basically a battlefield, and let's face it, your digestive system took a few hits. It's time to rebuild from the inside out and get that high-performance machine back online.
Just think about it for a second. All that rich, greasy food, the endless toasts, that one questionable cocktail somebody mixed up. Yeah, they're all waging a full-scale war inside you right now. And that headache you're feeling? That's pretty much your brain sending out a desperate SOS because it is seriously dehydrated.
So your first strategic move is hydration. And listen, forget coffee, that's just going to dehydrate you even more. What you really, truly need are electrolytes. Those are the essential little minerals your body lost, and they are absolutely crucial for getting your nerves and muscles working right again. This simple little mix of warm water and a sports drink, it's like a direct power-up for your cells, telling your brain, hey, it's all going to be okay.
And what about your stomach? Well, it's time to make some new friends. Last night's enemies were all the greasy, fried, and mixed up stuff. Today, your allies are going to be bland and kind. Think oatmeal, maybe some blanched veggies, lean protein. That's your new team. Oh, and pay special attention to the banana. That potassium is your secret weapon against the bloating from all the salt last night.
All right, with the physical stuff starting to feel a little more under control, we move into the most dangerous territory of all, your social reputation. This, my friend, is where the real challenge begins. Welcome to the art of social survival.
Ah, yes. The one question that haunts every single survivor. Did you tell your boss he's your best friend? Did you loudly announce that the raffle was rigged? The fear of the unknown is the real enemy here. But don't you worry, there's a strategy for this.
You need to understand the golden rule of the post-banquet office. It's a little something called selective amnesia. Here's the secret. Everyone is secretly worried about what they did. Your manager is probably wondering if anyone saw his terrible dance moves. This shared anxiety creates this beautiful, unspoken truce to simply forget it ever happened. So your job is to lean into this collective amnesia. The number one rule is this, and I need you to listen closely. Never, ever ask, what did I do last night? Asking that is like volunteering for a public shaming. No, instead, you're going to practice the fine art of elegant denial. Just maintain a calm, professional smile and act like nothing out of the ordinary happened at all.
Now, if some brave soul actually dares to mention your, let's call it enthusiastic behavior, here is your script. Memorize this. You don't deny, you don't confirm. You just deflect with a little humor and pivot to a positive, team-oriented message. The lobster was strong, the atmosphere was great, and that, my friend, is the end of that story.
But what if there's proof? What if there's a video of your dance moves making the rounds on the company chat? Okay, do not panic. This is the advanced move. You pivot again. First, you compliment their camera skills. Then, you frame your actions as a selfless act of boosting company morale. See? You weren't embarrassing yourself. You were taking one for the team.
Phew. Okay, we've managed your body, we've managed your reputation. Now for the final battle, the psychological warfare waged by that little square box in your bathroom. It is time to declare a truce with the scale.
I cannot possibly stress this enough. That number you see on the scale the morning after a giant feast is not real. It is a temporary, evil illusion that is designed to do one thing: crush your spirit and ruin your day. Stepping on it is an act of pure self-sabotage. Just don't do it.
And the key is to understand why that number is a lie. Look, it's mostly just water retention from all the salty food, plus, the actual weight of the food that's still
processing. It's not fat, I promise. Give your body a 3-day grace period. Let it reset. Then you can think about looking at that number.
And if you really need to fight off the guilt in the meantime, you can try a few of these stealthy exercises right there at your desk. Get a mini workout in without anyone noticing. You can squeeze your abs while pretending to be deep in thought, do a few quick squats while you look for a dropped paperclip, or just take the scenic route to the photocopier.
You've made it through the day. Now, let's just arm you with the long-term mindset of a true survivor. This is all about reframing the trauma and embracing the path to a full recovery.
So if you're convinced that your little social blunder was a career-ending catastrophe, it's time for some psychological jujitsu. You weren't a mess. You were the life of the party. It wasn't a clumsy dance. It was immersive performance art. And trust me on this, by next week, everyone will be focused on some new deadline, and your art will be totally forgotten.
So here it is, the Survivor's Code, your new guiding philosophy. Life is all about balance, right? You ate too much? No problem. Eat clean for a few days. You talked a little too much? Okay, embrace a day of quiet focus. And hey, you didn't win the grand prize? That just means your luck is building up for next year. The banquet was a weird, fun dream. Now it's time to get back to work.
So, congratulations. You've officially survived. You have been rebooted, repaired, and reassimilated into the office. My advice? You might want to keep this guide handy, because whether it's another company party or just a big holiday dinner, these survival skills, well, they're always in season.